Central.
Time now for our weekly sports and the law segment, and Ray Rice is now eligible to play in the NFL again as soon as a team signs him. A neutral arbitrator overturned Rice's indefinite suspension from the National Football League. She ruled Roger Goodell made an arbitrary decision to increase Rice's suspension from 2 games to indefinite after a graphic video surfaced of Rice knocking out his fiancée in an elevator. The arbitrator said the video was not sufficient grounds for a new and tougher penalty. Basically, as they call it, it's double jeopardy, and the commissioner had it overturned. A guy who knows about double jeopardy and overturning that is our legal analyst at Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. Good to see you again, Steve Moskowitz.
Real pleasure to see you again, too.
Any shock here that the arbitrator overruled this?
Not at all. I mean, he was punished once, and here you have the collective bargaining agreement that says you can't get punished twice for one act.
Yeah.
And that's what Roger really did was say, you know what, people are criticizing me now, so I'm going to come out on the other side, and I'm really going to put it to you. No, it doesn't work that way. And here, it's not just a neutral arbitrator. You have a former federal judge, and that's what makes it so good for him, because as far as having an opportunity to overturn it, it would be extremely unlikely that another federal judge would say, oh, you didn't know what the law was, or you were arbitrary, or you were unfair. This is it, and the best thing they could do is don't draw any more attention to it, be done with it. You don't want to drag it on anymore.
All right, so now he does not have a job, and I'm not sure any team is going to sign him in light of the bad publicity.
That's the real problem.
So does Ray Rice and his attorneys have a collusion case against the NFL if he remains unemployed for all of 2014?
Most probably not, because in order to prove collusion, you have to say the teams got together, at least 2 of them got together and said, look, I won't hire him if you don't hire him. What the teams are going to say is, I didn't want him. You know, look, he's 30, he doesn't do that well, I don't need him. That is how they would beat a collusion allegation if one were to be made.
All right, in a separate grievance, Rice's people also filed a wrongful termination grievance against the Baltimore Ravens. They basically null and voided his contract of $35 million after the commissioner went from 2 games to indefinite. Can he get some of that $35 million back?
He can try, but the defense is going to be, wait a minute, look at our morals clause. You gave us terrible team publicity. You cost us all kinds of money. We had to let you go, or the protests would be around the stadium. We wouldn't be able to play. You're horrible for business. That's why we let you go. Business decision.
All right. This verdict came down the Friday after Thanksgiving. Slow news day. Nice way to slip it down. This past week, Adrian Peterson had his hearing. Could Adrian Peterson's people argue the same thing, that the commissioner acted arbitrarily in his verdict to kick him out for the year?
Sure, you can argue anything you want, but the problem is you have a different hearing officer. You have Goodell's buddy hearing it. You do not have an independent former federal judge. That's why it's going to be so much tougher for him. But I think he got a raw deal, too, because, I mean, you look at it. He did a plea deal. He didn't do any jail time. Look at his punishment. Compare it to another player that did 20 days in jail and had a much lesser punishment.
Thank you for your time. Steve Moskowitz. Glenn Kuiper in this chair tomorrow. Thanks for your time tonight on Yahoo Sports Talk Live.